Hey everyone, this is Rob,
And Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Meet Merp.
Mer. All right, so this week up on the docket, surprise, surprise, I'm still sick.
3 episodes now. Just
Yes,
me.
3 whole weeks. I have not been able to train for my Ironman, make videos, or pretty much
Or
do anything
stream
normally.
what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so obviously I'm on the tail end of it. Hopefully, I feel like I'm getting less sick. I felt like that over the weekend, and then I got more
I
sick.
think he literally had like COVID and then got a cold right after.
I
Like
don't
it was
know.
so weird.
But anyways, it feels like I'm on the up and up. But just this last episode, hopefully, we're still separate, so it'll be a IMG version of me still.
Might be too late because I had to clear my throat a few times today. A couple coughs.
Yeah, Michelle might be done.
God, I hope not. Okay, go through the docket.
Yeah. But anyways, we do have a few things on the docket. It is a lighter week, just a
Mhm.
heads up, but we do have some news for Deadman All-Stars, just a quick little update on that. And then we have something super exciting. That's going to be the Blood Moon Rises rewards. We can actually take a look at those and all the stuff that they've talked about previously. They've already done some passes and talked about, reasons for doing things. So we'll get into that. And then we have the 25th anniversary of RuneScape, 13th anniversary for OSRS.
Let's go. Happy birthday, Runescape.
Yep, so happy birthday. And then we'll talk about the rewards and all that. And it has like a little quest and stuff like that. So we'll go over that as well. And at the end of the pod, we do have a Q&A. So looking forward to that. No guests this week.
No guests this week.
Yeah, surprise.
So a lot easier on editing.
We've had a lot of guests recently, but not this time.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Probably in a couple weeks.
You can still be part of it, not a guest, but you can be part of it. If you want to ask questions, ask on our discord.gg/Bunebape, and you can be part of the episode. Ask us any questions about games, real life, or whatever else you want to. And also shout out to anyone that supports the podcast by giving us a follow over on Spotify, leaving us a review, or if you really want to take the next step, you can be one of our prized Patreon supporters. We do really love our supporters. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
You guys do help us improve the podcast. And also you do get some benefits like early access to episodes and even some free merch, depending on which tiers you want to go with.
I thought it was very cute because we'll frequently say how you can still subscribe on Patreon for free, but you don't like get anything. And someone's still subscribed for free this week. And I was like, that's cute. Like nothing's even happening. You're just being nice.
Yeah.
So thanks.
It's kind of cool. Yeah. So, thanks again. No matter how you support us, we do appreciate every single one of you. And we do have a bunch of stuff to go over, but before we get into that, Michelle, how's it going?
It's going really well. This week I've started streaming on TikTok as well, so that's been exciting. Why do I feel like I already mentioned this last week, but I've only done it like 3 times. Yeah. So now TikTok, Bunebape, OSRS. If you prefer that for streaming, I go live on all 3, that YouTube and Twitch, which is kind of stressful with all the different chats. But I mean, I'm not the most popular streamer, so I make it work.
Big.
But as far as in-game goes, I've still just been doing Shelby and Griffin. I'm at like 4,500 KC or getting close to 4,500, I think, not quite there. I'm rank 192 last time I looked, still no pet. Getting a little nervous because we're getting the cow boss like next week and I kind of want to grind the cow boss. So
You think you're going to be able to do the cow boss on release?
no, honestly, if you can get the pet from the easy mode, I'll just
You can't.
do. Is that guaranteed though? Is that for sure?
Yeah, whenever I think Arcane or whoever it was talking about it, they said it only comes from the hard mode.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna grind it. I need a cow pet.
I mean, you can go for Muleta, the offhand from
That's
the easy
cute.
one.
I mean, I want to green log it, but I'll learn how to do the hard fight if it means I could have a little cow pet.
Yeah,
Even if it takes me forever, which
big
it
cow
probably
enjoyer.
will.
A lot
Big cow enjoyer.
my favorite thing, I saw some people talking about like a bunch of different rewards that they wanted to see. My favorite was people either getting like a cow Inferno style cape,
like cow spots.
yeah,
That's cute.
or a cow spotted oath plate.
I like this. Honestly, just how cow spots to anything. I saw instead of the holy molies, the holy cows.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so that's another funny one.
Whenever
Some cute cow
the
ideas.
Holy Molies came out, I actually saw a suggestion I really liked, and they're like, let us combine the Holy Molies with the flippers, and so we can have the Holy Flippin' Molies.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll never get that, but
No.
hopefully.
But yeah, I've just been doing that. I don't think I've really been doing anything else. I don't
Yeah,
know
you've like
why.
only been doing
Yeah,
that's it.
I've pretty much only been doing that. Real life, I'm gonna start doing some extra stuff at work, so I've been training for that. And then I only have like a month and 2 weeks left to get my medical coding certificate. So I've been trying to study that because I should have done it earlier. Like I just don't remember a lot of stuff now. And I don't know why this week, maybe it's because I was like talking to people who lived in Europe, but I feel very like revitalized to like look for jobs in Europe. So I was like looking up companies that sponsor people and stuff. And if you guys know of any companies that sponsor people, please let me know because, a lot of them are like, yeah, they sponsor. And what they mean is if you're like a crazy, like high up person in their company. So I don't know. I've been feeling very motivated though. So I'm excited.
Nice. That's
I'll
cool.
probably get rejected, but I'm like, I'm going to edit my resume and apply to a bunch of stuff for funsies
Yeah.
after I study.
Yeah. Shout out to all the job seekers.
Yeah, it's rough. Especially, it's just hard because at least I have a lot of customer service and I have medical experience now. But it's hard to be like, why would you hire me if I have to move overseas if you could hire someone there?
You know, it's hilarious. I mean, not hilarious. It's actually tragic. But
Uh,
like last year, they have like the reported like jobs
mhm,
in the United States, and like last year they supposedly added like nearly 600,000 jobs.
mhm,
But it's funny they like went back and edited it, which is it happens every single year. They
mhm.
they like, go back and they're like, actually, it was this much.
Yeah.
It was actually like 180K.
Oh, that's significant.
And also the amount of jobs added last year and this year, like the vast majority are healthcare related,
Really?
which I mean is okay, I guess, for people in healthcare, but for everyone else, it's tragic.
I'm surprised because a lot of healthcare people have been losing their jobs. Like a lot of different places, at least where we live, like if you like Google them, they've been getting like laid off.
Well, yeah.
I'm glad that I asked if I could be remote at my work and let me explain real quick because you guys, if anyone knows, I'm like front desk at medical office. The reason why I'm asking if I could be remote is just because I was basically told that we're understaffed. So I was like, oh, why don't you send me home and I could just like answer all the calls from home and like do stuff at home. She basically said like maybe we'll see. But I do that's like the one part that would worry me if I did like end up going remote and then I'd be like less important to the company, because
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe.
having to check people in. But also
Probably not, but
getting enough
maybe.
cats. Yeah. So I don't know. Something to think about. I like the medical field though. Uh, I'm obviously not on the clinical side, but I like what I do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's good. I've
Yeah.
never liked what I do. So shout out to anyone that likes what they do.
Yeah. Oh, I need to find you a job at my work.
True.
Anyway.
Don't think I would like that either. But
How's it going?
I have been not playing a whole lot. Honestly, I was playing a lot of like Helldivers over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was just like feeling like very sick this weekend. Like I only felt
So
good
weird, yeah.
on like Friday, and then I got like re-sick on Saturday. I had like a 3-day weekend, but it like was useless because I just didn't do anything.
Yeah, so on Valentine's Day we just picked up food and ate at home.
Yeah, like I didn't even want to like do anything in game. I was just like I felt like bad. I had like the runny nose thing, so I was just like AFK crab
That's
pretty
the
much all
worst.
weekend.
When you're so sick, you can't even like game. You just like too sick to game. Like
Yeah.
that's great. That's like whenever I had COVID, that's how I felt, and I was like, this just sucks.
Yeah,
Can't do
it was
anything.
really annoying. But I mean, I've been at crab for a little while, so like since last week, I've got another 3 million XP, so I'm up to 12.5 million,
Oh my god.
which is pretty good, I guess, considering that's like a third of all of my XP, and I
Mm-hmm.
got that this week. Mostly just AFK. I'm almost at 84 strength. I'm actually
Jeez.
about to hit 84 strength, and I'll be at 98 combat, which is
Oh,
pretty good.
okay.
Almost,
Oh my
almost 100.
god. That's crazy. I
Yeah.
didn't know you were almost 100 combat.
Yeah, almost there.
Jeez.
Besides that, though, honestly, I didn't do much else besides crab, but I did randomly realize that I did a few quests and I got to like 30, I think 4 or 36. I think I got 36 farming, and you need 34 to do tithe farm. So I did
Oh.
like 400 turn-ins of tithe farm, which each turn-in, well, it's 4 turn-ins
Mhm.
technically, and each turn-in is 9,000 XP. So I went from like 36 to 46
Whoa.
in like 1 second or something like that.
Tithe Farm is actually pretty good
Yeah,
XP.
it's hilarious. It's cool because they changed it so that
You can
you
stay
can
longer
do
in it.
10,000 straight.
Yeah. You don't have to
instead
keep
of
leaving.
100.
Yeah.
So it's way cooler just
And it's
staying there for a long
instant.
time.
So people can't ruin it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better. Because like I like doing and I try to do the 25
I've never been
technique.
able to do the 25 technique.
Oh, it's actually pretty, like I messed up the first time and then I
Mhm.
just let it reset and then I did it again and it was actually like pretty
Chill.
simple. I mean, I still have the guide pulled up on the wiki and it works really well. Doing 20, I feel like is like so chill that I like low key start falling asleep.
I
Like
do the 20 and
actively.
I'm not great at, so like even the 20 is still like spicy, you know?
I don't know. Like once you get the ticks down, because like there is like
Yeah, I don't have that down
a
for sure.
little bit, not really manipulation, but there is a little bit of like technique to it.
Yeah, of course.
And like once you get that down, it's like you actually have so much time doing the 20 that it's like I actually get to the plants before I can actually water them.
Yeah, you're like, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, so I like doing the 25s. Also, you get more points, which is always nice.
I'll ask for anyone who had been watching like your streams or anything. You haven't been playing Satisfactory or the other game.
No.
Do you plan on going back to this? Like
Yeah, it's
whenever you
just there's no
stream?
point in recording them because like I can't talk. Like I'm
Mhm.
for anyone, obviously you can't hear it because I'm trying to make this an enjoyable listening experience, but I'm actively having to look away from the mic to like breathe / cough
Yeah.
very often.
If you hear weird little noises, I'm sorry, it's him.
Yeah, so there's no point in me recording because it's just gonna have like no audio. I'm not gonna be able to talk for like 4 hours or however long those
Right.
recordings are. So yeah, I haven't been doing any of that.
Oh yeah, because I
stuff.
guess you don't play unless you're recording because you're doing a series on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What was the name of the other game?
Hightail. But that one was more like I was like building stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I will probably go back to Satisfactory whenever I can talk again. But yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Anyways, though, we do have a couple things from the community. One is I wanted to kind of give a sad shout out to one of
Okay.
your comrades.
What?
The rank 1. The rank 1 Griffin enjoyer got their pet.
They actually come to my chat sometimes.
16,000 KC.
They finally got it?
They got it.
Unless this person's like totally lying and it's just someone else. But they came to my chat like a few times and they're like, I officially passed your Scurious. And I was like, you're going to get it
Yeah,
soon.
it's 16,000 and something. I don't have it pulled up. They got like 53 Bells Follies or something.
Oh my God. That's nuts.
Yeah, kind of
I'm
insane.
excited for them though. That's so cool.
I saw the post today. And also random for anyone that enjoys modern music. Chapel Roan randomly shouted out RuneScape music as being like a partial inspiration for her.
I'm such a hater because like obviously the RuneScape Twitter retweeted it. And I was like, how are you going to piggyback off like a famous lesbian when you like cancel the pride? And I have to write myself like the person that tweets, that was not their decision.
True.
But yeah.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, she makes like modern, what would you call it?
She's just like pop music.
Pop music. Okay.
Gay pop music.
True.
The best kind.
But yeah, so that's kind of cool. It's always random to see people like shout out.
Yeah, like that one football player that like maxed or something. Everyone was like, what?
Yeah, true. And also, I don't know where it's coming from. Actually, so they recently brought up cannonballs again.
Oh yeah, we actually talked about cannonballs in the update.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they recently brought up cannonballs again. So I've been seeing a ton of cannonball posts on the subreddit.
Okay.
And one that I think was like a legitimate suggestion that weirdly enough, I just don't think is like the best idea. It's weird because like it's a good idea, but I don't think it's that good of an idea. And I wanted to see what you thought about it.
Okay, sure.
So cannonballs, obviously, they're a problem primarily for Ironman.
Yeah.
If you are a main, you just buy them. It's not a big
I was like,
deal.
why don't you guys just de-iron and buy them?
Yeah. So their suggestion was that you could increase the amount of cannonballs you get per cannonball creation. Increase it based on your smithing level. So like, let's say you make like 8 with the double mold, it would be like double that at like 92. It would be like 16 because you're 92. You should be able to make more is the idea.
The only reason I'm hesitant is because you could just go to Blast Furnace and get like crazy levels.
What's the levels have to do with it?
I mean, like you could just get to level 90 to do this super quickly and then the economy will be like ruined or whatever.
Oh, my problem is that all all the bots that are doing this are already high level.
That too.
So it would only like be punishing for lower level Iron Men.
Mm-hmm.
And also as an Iron Man, I don't know who's, I mean, surely people are, you know, the more casual players are like going and making their cannons and stuff like
I think
that.
most people
But
get them from boss drops, I'd imagine.
yeah, I think they must,
Yeah.
because there's no way I'm making like cannonballs, even with the double mold. I'm not, it's
Yeah.
so slow.
I think they were talking about recently though, like making it better, like feel better. They don't mention that in this blog though. But
Yeah.
I feel like they talked about that recently.
True.
Don't know when.
It's weird because I don't like programming or making things based
Mm-hmm.
around bots. But that being said, I feel like not no Iron Men, because I do know of Iron Men that make their cannonballs.
Yeah,
I
of
do
course.
know they exist.
Yeah.
But also I feel like not many would use it, but every single botter would use it.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
it would literally turn the cannonball market, whatever you want to call that, into dust like
Mhm.
overnight.
Which I mean, good for me as a main buying cannonballs.
Yeah, I
Like
personally don't care, but I think for the good of the game, ran this like one off instance, like I just don't think the benefit outweighs the negatives as far as like the botting situation
it's just
goes.
not worth it.
Yeah, I don't really see it improving that much.
I'd agree. Like I don't think that'd be
It
the
wouldn't,
move.
if me as someone that is like an early level Iron Man that already has 70 smithing, it would not incentivize me to go there.
Really?
No, even if it was like 20 per smelt, I would not do it.
All right. What about other irons? Would you guys be more motivated to grind 90 if it meant you could do double the cannonballs in the same time?
I just don't know why you can't get cannons from sailing and use them on the dwarf cannon. I still don't get it.
It is kind of weird. They still haven't acknowledged that because you can still only use the steel one. I mean, I don't know. It's hard because the cans have just been in the game so long already.
If they're all like, yo, from the Marshall salvaging, you also get regular cannonballs that you can use in your, I would be like, all right, I'm there.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to.
All the irons would be there.
No, not all of them, but I would definitely go there.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, that's the one I'm doing because I want cannonballs while I'm AFK.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm like, let's say 99 in all my melees or all my combats, I'm like, I don't want to go to Gemstone Crab. There's no reason to go there, but I could AFK some cannonballs
Yeah.
because I could I use that for tasks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just as it is, it takes so long to get cannons or cannonballs for me that I just like theoretically will never use it. Like ever, literally.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I thought it was kind of interesting because there is like a lot of like meme ones, but I think that one was like trying to be actually helpful.
I'm not gonna lie, seeing all like cannonball stuff and making them makes me really glad I'm not an iron. That I never have to make them.
Yeah.
Because like in leagues, you have to make them in the beginning. I feel like sometimes.
What?
Maybe it was on my hardcore iron that I make them. I don't know. I just remember making them before, and I was like,
remember
"Oh
you
my god,
making
this
them.
is boring."
Yeah, I remember you making them. I thought you
And
were insane.
I barely did any, and I like stopped because I was like, "This sucks."
Yeah, it does suck. I've
Like,
never
this is
wanted to
not
do it
fine.
just because, like, sure, you get 8, but it also randomly takes a long time. Like, it's not a fast smelt. Like, I feel like it's weirdly slower than other smelts.
Don't you only get 8 if you go Giant's Foundry too?
It's always 8.
Oh,
You get the double cannonball from Giant's Foundry.
oh
Yeah.
okay, cool. So you get 16.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
This one is. Oh, so their suggestion. Let me make sure that I'm correct.
Another community.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
this is the one I was talking about.
Mhm.
I refound the post. They were saying that at like 35, you can make steel cannonballs. 1 bar
Mhm.
equals 4, and then it goes up to at 74, 1 bar equals 8, and then at 92, 1 bar equals 10. So it's not like a ton.
Not
Like,
doubling every
I
time.
think I said 16 max,
Yeah.
which it's not that high. It's 10, but I'm assuming you could also use the double cannonball mold,
Mhm.
which will then potentially double
Make it
this to
more.
20.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that would work or if they thought this through or whatever. But
Well,
yeah, I
they
don't know.
were talking about maybe like rebalancing skills this year, right?
Yeah.
Smithing, maybe. Maybe we'll hear about stuff about cannonballs.
Yo, this is funny because we know a person that is going through this struggle that I'm about to mention. And I saw someone say, like, with such authority on the subreddit, they're all like, something they have to touch this summer during the sweep up is CG.
CG's butt.
And it's so funny because I think that is such a foul take.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually such a terrible take.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, but also I'm not looking forward to that grind.
Yeah, I can respect your opinion and you not liking CG, but let me get this out of the way, brother. If you are an Iron Man and one, you think you need to go to CG, and two, you're complaining about going to CG, you are the problem.
Yeah, it's just okay. So it's 1 out of like 400,
Yeah, it's 1 out of 400.
and it takes like 9 minutes to complete.
10.
10 minutes. So 4,000 minutes. It's like 66 hours. 66 hours for a BOFA though. That's like less than green logging the mastering mixology.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, but like it's actually not too crazy.
Yeah, that's to go on rate. But I mean, obviously you can go, there's plenty of people
Yeah,
that go
you only
over
have like a
rate.
65% chance of getting it by the time you hit rate, which is such a bummer to know. So I'm sorry for sharing that with you guys.
Yeah, like we know a person in our Discord and in our clan is going on 600 and something.
Yeah, shout out our schools. They're not leaving CG until they get it. And they're like, I have no motivation to play the game. And I'm like, leave CG. And they're like, no.
Yeah. It's like the thing is, people think you need a BOFA.
It is
You
nice.
don't. You can complete, what quote unquote complete this game without a BOFA. Like you do not need a BOFA.
Yeah.
It's just extremely efficient to go for it, which is why people suggest you go for it. And also it's funny because people do complain about it, but it's like, I don't know what other grind in this game as an Iron Man. You need literally nothing to start doing it, and
I
it
love
rewards
that.
you with infinite boatloads of cash.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I don't know what
also,
the complaints are coming from.
Can you imagine if the drop rate on a TiVo was 66 hours? Like, everyone would be grinding that.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's technically not that long. It's just like, it's just not the most fun content.
Yeah, and it's funny because other people do make really good points similar to yours, where it's all like, if you put it into perspective, this is such a baby grind. Because look at the grind for a Scythe or a Shadow
Ugh, yeah.
or any of the mega rares. It not only are you paying to do that grind, but also you're in for at least a few hundred hours.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum, a few hundred hours.
But I do agree, CG is not fun to grind. Every once in a while doing like a single KC, I'm like, fine. Staying there till you get the corrupted, I can understand why you would, in a fit of anger, post on the Reddit, even if it's not the best take.
Sure. Yeah. Like I said, I respect your opinion, but it's just not correct.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny though. I do think it is, as a fellow Iron, my job to dispel and remind other Irons that you do not need a BOFA.
Yeah.
People think you do, you do not.
I hope that now on your account, you randomly are like, I've decided I need a BOFA to continue.
I've decided I must have a BOFA for TOB, the only place where you don't need a BOFA.
I need it for the Nilos, the green one.
Oh yeah, the Nilos. But yeah, so that was a couple things I saw that were kind of funny, but we can move on.
Okay, cool. So first up, we have an update on Deadman All-Star ticket sales. Oh, side note, by the way, I hit 12,000 points on Deadman, so I've stopped doing that. That's also what I was working on this week. I actually spent a while doing it. Achievement diary task is like low-key the move. You don't have to complete the diary. Just do random ones.
Yeah, I already asked her. She didn't use the guide. There's a guide
No.
specifically for getting 12,000 points. She didn't use it.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed till I was already like 8,000 when you asked me that.
Yeah.
And by then I was actually kind of like enjoying the achievements diary. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing this.
True.
Anyway, so in January, we shared the news of our first ever US live event on June 20th, the Deadman All-Stars Live. We also announced ticket sales going live as soon as this Friday, beginning with the pre-sale on February 20th. We lied! So turns out, since the event is overseas, we found we need a little more time to finalize the last logistics before tickets can go on sale. So they're going to go on sale later than planned. They do not have a date yet. They said they're going to provide a new date for ticket sales with a good amount of notice once they're confident of no final surprises. They are still on track, though, to have the actual event on June 20th. And reminder, it's going to be 4,000 OSRS fans watching this event. It's low-key just like a little mini meetup. If we weren't going to RuneFest, I might be down to go just to like hang out with people because I'm not interested in PvP, but it's a good opportunity to meet up with friends. So,
True.
yeah, but I'd rather go to RuneFest.
Okay.
But yeah, not on sale yet. Soon TM.
Very soon.
Very
hopefully.
soon.
The next thing, though, we do have Blood Moon Rises rewards.
I thought it was crazy, and you're like a little lighter this week. I was like, I don't know, the Blood Moon one's kind of crazy.
Well, it's kind of light just because we already know the Blood Moon rewards. They just, explain more of it.
I think you just like saying a little light this week, even if it's not.
Sure.
You're obsessed.
Anyways, though, they do say that Vampirium might be a land of blood, bark, and bad decisions, but the rewards are meant to make the trip worth it. So now that the Winter Summit is over and wrapped up, they have an actual look at the rewards here, including look at the rewards from the Maggot King drops and all the stuff tied to the Vampirium skilling activities and everything in between.
Cool.
Yeah, so they continue on by saying that so far, most of the feedback that they have seen is actually pretty positive, which I think is generally good.
Yeah.
Most of it that we looked at last time, I thought it was mostly fine. And most of it isn't changing. However, since then, there's been quite a bit of like discussion and just general like talking about the space, and they wanted to recap everything. And there actually are some changes based on like feedback. So I guess we'll just start off with the Crimson Kisten. I don't know how the hell. The amount of like overhead markings on the name of this weapon is crazy. It's named after a medieval Kishkin.
Kishkin. I don't know. It's also a plant.
Yeah. Anyways,
So.
it looks like it kind of just looks like a classic flail with like a morning star on it. I don't even know where it comes from. This is such a crazy
I know
word.
the wiki's not even in English. I'm like, I can't tell what language this is.
The wiki is not in English. It is.
I don't know what language it is, but I was like, this is an interesting weapon.
Yes, it is hailing from somewhere very far away. So I don't know. But anyways, if you know how to actually pronounce this, shout out to you. Let us know, because
I'm just saying like Kristen without an R.
Yeah, I'm just going to call it the Crimson Kisten, because previously it was supposed to be the Crimson Bludgeon, but everyone's like, yo, this isn't a bludgeon, this is a flail. And so they renamed it to the Kisten, because that is much more of a flail than anything else. So anyways, they wanted to name it similar to real world stuff, because that's how all of their weapons typically are named, and this is no different. So they're still open to changing the name as well. This is what they're calling it as right now.
I still absolutely love the design.
Yeah, so they say that the Crimson Kisten is a rare drop designed to fill a niche that doesn't currently serve particularly well. A crush-focused special attack weapon.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I don't think there's any really...
They're all like defense ones, you know, like Elder Maul. It's like, what if you just want to do damage?
Exactly. If you're looking for something that outright replaces D-Claws or Void Waker, then this isn't it. If you're fighting something that genuinely hates being crushed, then that's what this is for. Because for anyone that doesn't remember, the special attack pretty much rewards you if you are incredibly accurate against whatever you're attacking.
Yeah, we're going to go over exactly how it works in a second, but it's good. It's good. They haven't changed much about it since they first announced it, but they did make a small adjustment to its accuracy without changing its overall roll. They made the crush accuracy a total of 80, so they increased it by 23. Even more accurate. I'm going to want this weapon.
Yeah,
for sure.
It sucks because it sucks because the special attack is cool if you get it to land, but like I said last time, this is a one-handed weapon, 85 strength, 60 attack requirement, 80 crush, but only 56 melee strength, which is 10 less than a Dragon Sim.
No way. What? That's crazy.
A Dragon Sim, I'm pretty sure, is 66, and this is 56.
I'm going to look it up. I don't even know where this would be, to be honest. Okay, stats.
No, I think it's 62.
Okay. Where do you see the strength bonus?
Yeah.
66.
It is 66. Okay,
wow.
So I was looking this up because I'm a mid-level Iron Man. I'm just like items that I use. So it's the same attack speed, 4, and it's 10 worse strength than a D-Sim. So it's like...
Well, they only really want you to use this for crush bosses.
Yeah, clearly.
Literally only them.
Let me quickly re-explain for anyone that doesn't remember or know. The way the special attack works is it uses 50%, and then it does 4 accuracy checks. And for each accuracy check, it adds a minimum and maximum hit by 20%. So, for instance, if you roll and successfully roll on all 4 accuracy checks, then you would have a minimum hit of 130%. And a maximum hit of 170%. So it's potentially good if you are incredibly accurate or if something is incredibly weak to
Mm-hmm.
crush, because then you're more likely to hit all 4 successful rolls. So it's kind of like extremely niche, which is unfortunate because this weapon is like one of the coolest looking weapons
It
in the
looks
game.
so cool.
But yeah, it just is extremely niche.
I feel like I'm gonna love it though, because after I'm all done at like all these pet things I want to go back to Fasani's. So I'm like, yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
And at a Raxer, I want to grind a Raxer eventually more than I have. So
Yeah, I could kind of see this being used as like potentially like PB type content for all those spider bosses,
oh,
or for
making it
like,
like faster, like PB time.
yeah,
Okay.
like getting like, you know,
Speed
rolling,
run.
like, yeah, trying to get lucky on your PB times for Vedion or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't really see it being used outside of that,
Which is
like
kind
pretty
of
much
what
at all.
it's kind of what they want. They want to be niche.
It's unfortunate because a lot of people are like, yo, the Inquisitor Mace has been underwhelming since forever,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't look as cool. And it's just like a lot of people were hoping that this would potentially replace that,
Oh,
or at
like
least or at least compete with it or
be the
something.
Inquisitor mace with like a handle attached or
Yeah, I mean,
something.
obviously this is just going to be way more common than Inquisitor Mace, so that just would never have happened. But I think a lot of
Mhm.
people were kind of coping for that, and that just is not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of expected, to be honest. So a lot of people are asking, why a special attack weapon? So for this weapon, our focus has been on delivering a distinct special attack weapon with a clear role. While it could have been pushed in other directions, we felt it was better to let this reward shine where it's meant to, rather than trying to cover too much ground at once. We'd rather give main hand crush progression the attention it deserves in a future update, where it can be explored properly on its own terms. So it does sound like, it's on the mind to eventually have a new one. Also, it is two-handed, by
Yeah,
the
I was
way.
about to say, actually, it is two-handed, which makes
Which
it
is funny because
significantly worse.
the picture, you're holding it very clearly with one hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so different crush weapon, soon TM. But I actually do really like this.
Then that means
I'm
that you
excited for it.
actually have like 20 to, I don't know how much
Because I was thinking, yeah, you could have
defender,
the defender for extra strength.
that's like 20
No.
to 30 less strength you have
Yeah.
than a DSIM.
This is not gonna be your main weapon.
Yeah, I honestly am like kind of struggling to see how this would even like beat out a Z-Axe.
What? It definitely would. The accuracy makes a difference.
The Z-Axe has like 100 accuracy.
Never mind. I don't look at stats. I don't know why I was trying to make a point.
I don't know. They actually, I think it has 100 strength,
Yeah. Well,
and it can use a defender.
they just want it for special attack. Like,
No, I get it.
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's just
it's kind of crazy.
I feel like it's really only going to be a gambling weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just going to either get a 4-hit spec or you're not.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I don't see people using it. But yeah, kind of weird. But anyways, that a lot of people because of this have started speculating that the Mega Rare is going to be a crush weapon.
Oh, I thought they wanted to sing like a ballista.
I mean, I don't know what they said.
Did they say that or did we make that up?
I think
swear.
they said something about exploring new weapons,
Okay.
like weapons that they haven't used before
Mhm.
for Mega Rares. But I mean, they didn't say anything, and they haven't used any crush weapons as Mega Rares, so they could use that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that. Wait, do I own Inquisitors? I think I own Inquisitors.
I don't know.
If I do, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, almost no one does because it's not very good. But
It was good for Sony. I bought it, and without trying, I got the Master CA time. I didn't even buy the mace though.
yeah,
I was just using the armor. It's actually pretty nice.
yeah, the mace is kind of underwhelming because it only works with the armor too.
But I think I'm using a slash weapon.
Why?
Because it's the scythe. The scythe is still good.
Oh,
The scythe is just the scythe. Like,
we're using it on Crush.
no, so
You're using the
there is a whole what's it called? It's a command. It's a command on my stream called !crush that Wraith added after looking at like DPS calculators. Scythe on crush at Araxer, use it on slash everywhere else unless you have full Inquisitors. Because we used to always talk about it.
Nah, I don't know.
So we literally made a thing on my stream saying that.
Sounds fake.
It looks like the link doesn't work anymore though. It just takes you the wiki without the specifics.
Yeah, GG. But anyways, speaking of other stuff that sounds fake and unbalanced, we have the ranged stuff. This
Okay.
is we're gonna first be talking about the new necklace.
Mhm.
So originally it's called Necklace of Pursuit, which everyone's like, yo, that name is pretty lame.
I also, I guess, the ring of pursuit is a lower level piece of jewelry. I think that's a hunter ring, if I had to guess.
I have
I
no
literally
idea.
have never owned one in my life.
But I do know that you have the amulet of Rancor and uh,
Torture.
the torture, the confliction gauntlets. So it's like, in comparison to its cousins, very lame sounding. So
I
they're
yeah.
renaming it.
I kind of like rupture, but at the same time, every time I hear rupture, I think of how one of my sisters, like, her uterus ruptured when she was having a
Jesus,
kid. I literally just think of a rupturing uterus. She was
that's
fine,
cool.
but I don't know why that word. Maybe because no one ever actually says that word out loud. It's the only context I've heard it recently.
Oh, it's one of the main skills for assassination spec in World of Warcraft for rogues.
Well, that's funny. They also are considering necklace of paroxysm.
Paroxysm.
I kind of hope it's rupture because I can't say that well.
Yeah,
They're even leaning towards rupture.
they are leaning toward rupture. So, anyways, this is going to be called the necklace of rupture. Should totally be called like the amulet of rupture, but whatever. I don't know why they keep changing the naming schemes between
Because
all these.
necklaces are for range, right? Necklace
I
of
have no idea.
English. Yeah, and I think amulets are melee.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
could
there we
be,
go.
I
I'm
don't
an
know.
idiot.
Tormented amulet. I don't know, man. Anyway, stuff has changed since the overview. So hit points required has been increased to 90, matching the amulet of Rancor, and range accuracy is set to plus 20.
Yeah, so this is honestly mimicking the Rancor pretty much every single way, even in the way that it is created. It gives you plus 20 accuracy, 8 range strength, and 3 prayer bonus. So it's just straight up best in slot now,
Hmm.
which is the case before. But they're
90
just,
hit points is crazy to wear it.
yeah, 90 hit points. I'm
But I
pretty sure that's
mean,
the same as
best in
Rancor.
slot.
Yeah. And also 84 crafting in order to craft, which doesn't matter because you do need like 94 to make the previous one. So it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, so the process to do it is obtain an untradeable alpha venator tooth from the Maggot King, etch the tooth with 84 crafting, creating a tradable etched alpha venator tooth, and combine that with a necklace of anguish. 84 crafting. Yeah, it's funny that you need higher crafting to make the anguish than you do the best in slot.
Still doesn't make sense.
But they already made anguish so high, I understand.
Yeah.
They put it weirdly high. Now it's like, oh, this is awkward.
It is very high.
It's like they never
I
thought
think
they'd
it's the
do anything
highest
else.
requirement in the game.
Yeah, it's like over 90.
Yeah,
Weird.
it's like 94.
Yeah, no, so I get why they didn't make it 95.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. But anyways, so to address balancing, there's seen a lot of discussion around how the necklace fits into the wider ranged ecosystem,
Mhm.
especially alongside the seeker arrows, which we're going to talk about in a minute, and also weapons like the twisted bow.
So, a recurring theme in the feedback is concern about range continuing to gain ground and how that might feel in encounters where other styles already play an important role. While this update does increase range power, it does so primarily through meaningful progression and a saw that's been largely unchanged for a long time. The Necklace of Rupture isn't intended to completely redefine encounter metas on its own, or remove the need to think carefully about which styles and weapons you bring to different pieces of content. I don't really understand why people were concerned about it. It's just
Yeah, I mean,
an upgrade on the necklace, just like how we got the Rancor.
yeah, I don't really think it
Yeah.
is it. I mean, those same people probably also had a problem with Rancor, if I had to guess.
Well, they say, okay, more broadly, we don't see balance as something static. As the game evolves, different combat styles will naturally move forward at different times. So maybe people are like, why aren't you updating like the mage one? But you have to do one at a time.
Yeah, I guess
If you do it all at once, then it's just like, I don't know, it just feels rushed and weird.
I think it's just tough because like top end ranged is really strong. So
Mhm.
anytime it gets crept a little bit, like with a new best in slot, because this is just straight up going to give you more damage, right? Like it's not
Yeah.
even a question.
And it
So
looks
it's
cool.
like, I think it's just tough because it just makes it look even stronger. It's already really strong.
Yeah. But question, should they add that to the game?
Yep, I guess so. And then the next thing is going to be Seeker Arrows.
You were kind of interested in this.
I was hyped on this before until I realized it works in the stupid way.
The more realistic way, probably.
Yeah, like I was obviously coping. I didn't think it was going to work the way I had hoped, which I thought it was going to be like if you hit a 50, it would be 52. But no, it just, they even reworded it and they talked about this separately. Is that people brought this up on the Discord, or not the Discord, on the subreddit. And they're like, yo, the wording on this is kind of like
Confusing.
a little ambiguous.
Mhm.
And because like some people were thinking it worked the way I thought it worked, I knew that was too good to be true, and it probably worked the way I didn't want it to work, which just for anyone that doesn't know the way your combat rolls, it's either a miss, which is a 0,
Mm-hmm.
or it's a hit and it's a 0.
Mm-hmm. Which is
And then
weird.
it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to your max. So all this would do is it would turn your hits being a 0 to 3, as you know, the first 3 numbers,
Mm-hmm.
as your hits being 3, 3, 3,
That's weird.
3, and then 4.
A
Right?
minimum hit of 3, raising your minimum damage from 1 to 3.
Yeah. So it would either improve your min hit from 0 to 0 to 2. Yeah, 0 to 2. Or no, is it 0 to 2 or 0 to 3?
I don't understand this stuff, to be honest.
Okay.
I was just
Anyways.
going to read it word for word because I don't understand it.
Yeah, it would improve your minimum hit from 0 to 3, or 1 to 3, or 2 to 3.
Mhm.
It's just, it would make it so that 3 is the lowest you can hit, which is,
I mean, it's still nice, I guess.
that's how I suspected it to work. But the thing is, it just makes it so much less valuable for end game stuff, which I guess
Yeah.
is kind of fine. But it does make it really strong for early game stuff where you're more likely to hit the 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
But either way, it's not very strong because it's only adding a maximum of like 2. So it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
unfortunate. But yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but they did change a little bit. So they changed the range accuracy to 20%, or sorry, plus 20 rather.
20% would be pretty.
I think that it was higher before.
Yeah, I
don't
think it
know.
was like 28 before.
Yeah. So I think they lowered that one a little bit. You will get plus 20 range accuracy, and the added accuracy helps hits land more reliably, while the minimum hit reduces the frequency of very low rolls. So the aim is consistency, particularly over longer fights where range damage can otherwise feel quite swingy. I don't know. That's a weird way to describe something. Will you read what the process looks like for secret arrows?
Sure.
It's kind of a whole thing.
Yeah, so you harvest bloodwood sap from the bloodwood trees. This is the new wood cutting method that they're adding.
I'm excited for it.
Also, you can optionally, this is
An aside.
totally an aside. You can optionally multiply your sap using materials obtained through Vampirian PVM.
Okay.
That's just like a separate wood cutting mechanic.
Just a heads up.
They also say that you can treat the logs with sap and then fletch them into secret arrow shafts, applying the arrows to any of the arrows that you want.
That's pretty cool. Like dragon arrows with this.
Yeah. High tier logs such as redwoods would yield more shafts, helping boost their value as a late game resource because everyone just either throws them away or uses them for birdhouses.
Yeah, I just dropped them on the ground.
Alternatively, you can apply the sap to existing arrows to convert them at the same rate as standard logs, allowing you to upgrade your current ammunition.
Mhm.
And you'll also be able to apply sap to arrow shafts at the same rate as a standard log. So there's a few ways to improve or to use the improved ammo. You can make it from new, like they mentioned, or you can upgrade current stuff. And there's multiple ways to get the sap. So
I wonder if it counts as fletching or crafting when you make them.
probably fletching.
Fletching? Right.
Yeah,
I
probably
think
fletching.
so. So clarifying the minimum hit again. To clarify, the minimum hit is applied after all damage modifiers. Your damage is rolled and calculated as normal and only then raised to 3 if it would have been lower. So it's not going to be plus 3, unfortunately. Each hit splat generated by the bow for the Venator, though, will have a minimum hit of 3 if it applies. So
Yeah, so that's
that's
a
kinda cool,
really big buff for
actually.
Venator. Like if
Yeah.
you're using it for like Slayer,
yeah,
it could be a really, really strong improvement for
that'd be
that.
nice.
But it's not going to be like a big powerhouse item like I was kind of hoping.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's not like a raid or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Power and interactions. We expect to see these arrows increase range damage output in a variety of situations. However, they're not intended to replace existing weapons or redefine the current landscape of range. Instead, they're going to sit alongside the range toolkit as an additional option, with their impact concentrated in scenarios where arrows are already used. As with the necklace, we're going to be keeping an eye on this once it's in our hands to see if it's too busted, essentially. So
Yep.
they can nerf it if they need to.
Yep, that's pretty much it. The next thing, and it's honestly just a recap. There's no changes to this next thing, and it's a leech fin sandwich.
I don't even remember reading this, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because there
so-
was so much when we first went over it. I don't even remember this.
It's just it's kind of random. So you get a leech fin through Vampirian fishing, you get bread, and then you get fine fish offcuts. Combine all those together and you'll get this sandwich.
Hmm.
The unique part of the sandwich is that it is the highest healing item in the game, technically, but it
Technically.
gives you 16 health right away. It's a 2 tick food like Karamwan, so it'll save you a tick whilst eating, but you cannot combo eat it, and it gives you a 9 tick delay on your next food. The way that you actually get the rest of the health is you actually have to land a successful melee hit specifically within
Hmm.
the next 12 seconds, and then it'll give you another 16 health for a total of 32.
This is very interesting. I don't know how I feel about food that has uses like this. I mean, they started introducing it with the hunting guild, like the moonlight antelope and stuff.
Yeah.
People like them. It's just I like to just grab food and not think. So I feel like I won't use this.
Yeah, I think
But
it's very the trade-off is too big for me to ever use this personally, but I could see people using it in like clutch or like PB situations where
yeah.
they're choosing damage over life, but they just need like the minimum amount of life that they can get
Hmm.
in the minimum amount of ticks, which I think, or the most amount of life in the minimum amount of ticks, which I think this suits that. You're not
Hmm.
going to be doing any combo eating, but you're going to be back in the fight faster for 32 health, which is a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
It just it's kind of like a really niche food.
I don't know why, but there's something about food being so specific that I don't love. To create this, use leechfin, which is caught in the Vampirium fishing activity, bread, and fine fish offcuts. So preparation stations will be available in familiar locations. These stations can be stocked with bread using banknotes, then activated with a single click to prepare the sandwiches in bulk. How do we feel about that?
I mean, kind
Because
of whatever.
we've never been able to do that before though, like karambas and stuff. You manually cook each one.
But Karam ones you don't need to make with other stuff.
That's true. They
I mean, I
also
think making potatoes is annoying as hell. So if they do
okay.
this, that's fine.
They're exploring the idea where there's potential to allow this to work with other food types
Yeah,
such as
because potatoes
pies.
suck. Like the corn and the tuna.
Yeah.
Come on.
And if you accidentally eat one,
No,
it's like,
bro.
no.
That's always been stupid.
Why a melee trigger, Robert? Why melee?
Well, the requirement is intentional, as it allows the Leechfin sandwich to be positioned as a melee focus option. This also gives us more flexibility to differentiate food effects by combat style in the future without giving every new food behaving the same exact way.
Hmm.
So at the same time, we've intentionally tried to keep the behavior as contained and predictable as possible. So there's no stacking or hidden interactions or juggling multiple effects at once. I guess it is kind of straightforward. It's just a give and take.
I think this actually probably is good, but I think I'm like one of those people who's just used to food just healing. So I'm like, I don't want change because I'm like a weird, like, I don't know, elitist? I don't know if that's elitist.
No, that's just weird.
Yeah, I think I'm just being weird about it, but I think it does actually make sense for the game. I'm like, mm, food should just heal. I don't know.
I think it's fine. I don't know. It's just like so not gonna affect me. I just kind of don't care.
Yeah. Moving on, though, to the Vampirium ecosystem and drops. So, this is not just another region, it's an alien world with its own ecology shaped by vampiric biology. That difference, the vampiric compared to human, carries through its drops. Rather than relying on traditional drop tables or familiar supplies appearing out of nowhere, enemies in Vampirium draw from a mix of existing Gilnor materials that make sense in the setting alongside new thematic drops unique here. Our goal is twofold: to keep drops useful and recognizable, and make Vampirium feel meaningfully different from places you've explored before. Many creatures in Vampirium will drop materials that already exist on Gielinor, shaped by the world's alien biology, where familiar plant life is largely absent. These things include jewels, like gems and stuff, or fish offcuts, Mortmire mushrooms, hard leather, and grapes and wine. These will help ground Vampirium within the wider economy. Alongside those, though, we're introducing a new range of drops unique to the world. These are designed to support its skilling activities, reinforce the local ecosystem, and feed directly into its rewards. So, some examples are clotted blood. I hate that, which can be used to double a bucket of sap or a vial of blood. Venator fangs and teeth used in the creation of dragon arrows or darts. Oh my god, I forgot we're gonna be able to make those. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa. Leechfin and stimvike feathers dropped in small amounts, and Letvik used as a bait for hunting stimvikes.
Yeah, kind of crazy because they kind of like disrupted 2 economies in just 2 lines, because this is an alternate way of getting vials of blood,
Mm-hmm.
which there is no other
Huge
way.
for your scythe.
And then the second, this is probably the biggest one, is they just randomly crashed all of the dragon arrows market in one line of sentence,
Isn't that wild?
because the only way to get dragon arrows and dragon darts is through drops or
Mm-hmm.
from imps.
Yeah.
So very
That's
difficult to get.
wild.
So this
Wild.
is kind of cool, because at least for Iron Man, we just straight up wouldn't use them because there's just no way to get them to sustain them.
Yeah, I do like it because every other arrow you could make. So I think it
Yeah.
makes sense to be able to make them.
Yeah, that's why everyone, all the Iron Men I know just use amethyst.
Yeah.
So
I would really do this.
that's kind of cool, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't like suck to make or whatever, but it's kind of random that they dropped this. I don't think they said anything about this beforehand until
It's
like just now.
Weird because it's not from dragons.
It is weird.
That's why I'm like, I'm glad you guys are doing it, but you could have had it drop from a dragon somewhere.
Yeah, it's weird that
I don't
Venator fangs from like these like bat-like werewolf creatures are the same as dragon arrows, but whatever.
I guess the
guess
red is the dragon part.
oh, okay,
I don't know.
sure.
What's the other one? Will you read it?
Yeah, this next one is kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of like a flavor text type of thing. We'll see. So this is called dulled equipment,
Mhm.
and this is just the same as finding like a rune like sword, for example, but it'll be dulled and kind of like old looking, and you can use up to you can use 65 crafting to reveal its true form, being like, let's say, a rune sword, and then from there you can then use it to like either sell it, use it, or high alch it. But it does come as a dulled version first, which you first then have to like uncover its true form.
If they make these tradable, I could see a world where people are buying so much of these for fast crafting that they end up having to change it or something.
Yeah, I actually never thought about that before, but yeah, if the XP is actually even okay, I can see
Mhm.
people like kind of like stashing away a bunch of these or
Yeah.
farming a bunch of them and then like using it for crafting XP.
I know it's a small amount, but if you have tons, like
Yeah, I mean, we don't know anything about it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that'll apparently be a drop in Vampirium, is old dusty ass like weapons and stuff.
All right, so taken together, these drops reflect our current direction for Vampirium's ecosystem. They're designed to feel cohesive within the world, support scaling activities, and feed naturally into the rewards you've seen throughout the book. While some rates, values, and interactions may still be refined as development continues, the overall structure and intent are in place. Their focus now is on tuning and polishing. So no takesies backsies is kind of what they're saying. Over the next couple weeks, though, we're going to be taking the time to look over your feedback. Once we're confident things are in a good place, the relevant polls will open, likely within the next fortnight. I love that they use the word fortnight. I don't know why that's so
It's an
dramatic.
actual length of time.
Yeah, I know it's 2 weeks. I actually knew that, I think. As always, thanks for taking the time to dig into the details with us, guys. We'll see you beneath the blood moon. I say it like we're ending the episode. There's another blog.
And the last blog we have is for the big anniversary.
Woo! Bing.
So this is 25 years for RuneScape as a whole and 13 for old school. And honestly,
Crazy.
kind of lackluster.
It was kind of a cute event. I actually didn't. So you didn't.
I never said I did, but also you have to think about it, bro. This is a quarter
Quarter of
century.
a century.
And what did they give us, Michelle? Go ahead.
No,
Tell us.
I'll read it later because
Oh,
I was
okay.
disappointed at first, but I get where they're coming from.
No.
The thing is, you can't one up Jad slippers and Jad plushies. You can't. They peaked.
What?
Look, that was the thing that we got from a birthday event forever ago. Jad
I know,
slippers.
but this. Okay. Go ahead and tell them about this birthday event.
Okay. I actually did this event already. I think I'm going to make a little video of it. I don't know. We'll see. So to kick things off, head to Southern Varrock and chat with the apprentice wizard Gary Grayzag. He's been digging through his father's old notes on the mysterious realm of memories, and he's convinced he can open a portal there. To do it, he needs your help gathering 25 symbolic mementos, each one representing skills and moments that have shaped RuneScape over the last 25 years. So you guys are just kind of like wandering around Varrock together, talking to people, getting little mementos. Think you've been to the realm of memories before? Not this version. Once all mementos are in place, you'll unlock an updated version of the realm of memories with new memories and NPCs, including the retro Calphite Queen in her 2004 style glory. It looked kind of crazy. If you guys didn't know, this area is like underneath the Faldor party room. I once went in there on accident and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it's got all the
It's
old stuff in it.
interesting. And old dragons are the most funny thing in the world. And old demons, classic. You should actually just go check it out. The rewards. So I'm not obsessed with the rewards. 25th anniversary helmet and 25th anniversary skeleton tabard inspired by Crunchy from the iconic Tim and Crunchy duo. I'm not kidding. When I saw this, I was like, is this like some like English TV show that they're referencing?
Nope. It's the goblin and the skeleton that are from the original splash art.
He's
on
not
the
a goblin. He's just a knight.
Oh, is he just a
Yeah,
knight?
he's just a knight.
No. Well, yeah, just the original dudes.
Yeah, that whenever you like go to log in, they'd be there. So the skeleton's name is Crunchy, and then I guess the dude's name is what did I say?
Timothy.
Yeah, so the skeleton shirt's supposed to be like him, obviously. The helm, they both have the same helm, I believe. Or no, they don't. I don't know why they did it like this. Anyway, you can also get a 25th anniversary warrior tabard inspired from Tim. 25th anniversary 5x5 hat. You'll know why when you play the event. I did the event and I still don't actually know why. But maybe I missed something. Because I don't know.
I
probably
don't
just
know.
missed something.
Maybe you just will never get it.
Yeah. So make sure to grab these while you can. If you've completed the event, you can also unlock any rewards from previous 20th anniversary or birthday events from Diango and Draenor or a toy box in your POH, which I think you already have to have it by then.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. They're also going to do an anniversary stream next Friday, February 27th at 1600 UTC on the official OSRS Twitch. I'm glad they actually gave like more of a heads up for this.
And they're going to have MMORPG, Z Cookies, and Megan on there.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. That's so cool. Wow, shout out them. Fun. And then they're also going to have post bag from the hedge, which it's just like you send in questions and this little guy
Yeah,
answers
they used to do
them.
this in the Gilnor Gazette.
Yeah, but during the stream, Mod Ash will read selected replies out loud in the character's own words.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you could ask cute little questions and he'll answer like in character.
Cool. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. A little lackluster for a quarter of a century, but for a normal event, pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of lame, but whatever. Speaking of lame, they had some Deadman Annihilation tweaks.
Mm-hmm.
And so a few players have reached out for the finale asking what kind of cape you're allowed to have. Everyone's getting the same like bog standard.
Because
team
remember, there's gonna be 2 teams. So they're like, what are the stats? And they're like, the stats are just nothing. They're just like a team cape.
So you're not going to get a fire cape, inferno cape, Ava's, nothing. So
Yeah, stock up on your bolts and stuff right now. If you have the Sigil of Nature, you might have run into an issue where you couldn't complete the Have Priscilla Protect Your Magic Tree task. That's because the Sigil automatically plants and grows seeds in farming patches, but that's been sorted. So you can now just right-click Priscilla to pay her to protect the tree, and the achievement will be completed for you.
big.
They also have a couple other small fixes. So, well, small, some are actually big. Summon thralls via the spellbook will now last twice as long if you have the Sigil of the Augmented Thrall unlocked.
The Deadman chests for Ardeo, Calvarion, and Spindle, they now spawn outside of their cave entrance, allowing you to empty the loot, the chest, or to attempt to loot the chest without constantly being attacked by the boss.
The Trinket of Avarice will now also loot bones from NPCs automatically, and your noted items will now stack as intended, even if your looting bag is full when you have the Trinket of Avarice active.
The risk calculation. When attempting to enter a raid, a lot of people were complaining about this.
Oh.
Previously, you had to have 800k worth of stuff on you, but now it's 500k worth of high alchable stuff on you.
Oh, your high luck value.
Yeah, so it's a high alch value, not just the GE value now. So
Okay.
that's nice, like nicer, I guess, potentially.
Since parts of the ruins of Unka Breach occur in a safe zone, the location's been removed. I wish I went to that before it was removed.
Breach NPCs will no longer spawn on water.
And the Deadman Skull countdown for the 2 a.m. breach now shows the remaining time left correctly.
Anyways, they wanted to make these changes sooner so they can kind of only apologize for the delay, but there's been
3
a
days
lot.
before the finale, guys.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on behind the scenes apparently that requires careful testing and consideration. So they haven't been able to do it as fast as they wanted to. But for now, you can make the most of these changes ahead of the finale on February 21st.
Yeah.
So right around the corner.
So the Deadman Annihilation rewards will be available to purchase from Nigel in Lumbridge Graveyard on the 25th of February. Note you'll have to switch to permanent Deadman worlds first, then go back to regular worlds where your points will transfer over. Because I was actually like wandering around and I was like, who do I talk to? How do I get my stuff? Because I didn't realize you couldn't get them yet.
Yeah, you and everyone else.
Yeah.
So I know I'm a PvP hater, but shout out to everyone that's been participating. Hopefully, you've been having fun. And
The breaches were actually fun. Now that I've tried them, they were pretty fun.
that's what I hear. And also, there's a big finale coming around, and there is also a bunch of prizes. So
Yeah.
for brackets 1 and 2, if you are the winner, then you get a U2's Lumbridge Castle brick set and a Madrina's Collector's Box drink set, which I think Madrina's is like coffee.
They they collabed with, I thought it was more like an energy drink type thing. So this collector's box, you get 1 tub of mango pineapple charged refresher and 1 exclusive RuneScape shaker cup. The shaker cup is actually very cute. So I'll
Cool.
give them that, but I don't know if I drink the thing.
And then brackets 3 and 4 randomly get different stuff.
And like low-key better in my mind.
But
So
yeah,
I was
potentially.
confused about who's supposed to be winning here. So 3 and 4, you get a U2's Rune Armor figure, U2's Dragon Armor figure, U2's Tim and Crunchy Monitor Buddies. The Monitor Buddies are actually cute. I was like, I would kind of like stuff like this for my monitor.
Yeah.
A Starforge OSRS Ducky Tinker 75 keyboard, and the Zuck Big Naturals Artisan keycap.
Thank God.
I wish that they'd start calling it that, because why does Zuck have cleavage? No one knows.
No one knows. But anyways, brackets 3 and 4 are the ones that are going to be the higher level brackets. So maybe that makes more sense why they get way more stuff.
Oh, I thought 1 and 2 was supposed to be better. So I was like, why are these rewards not better?
No. So yeah,
Oh,
shout out to
funny.
whoever wins. Hopefully everyone has fun. But this will be taking place Saturday, shortly after this airs,
Mhm.
February 21st at 1800 UTC.
Cool. All right, moving on to something so completely not relevant to that. Sailing tweaks. So the current restrictions for ultimates on the cargo hold have now been removed. They can now
Big.
use it like regular Ironman, no more limited capacity. And other news, we're hoping to launch boat combat changes very soon so we can start to tackle the problems highlighted around boat combat from the sailing opinion poll. If you're not familiar yet, we went over that in a previous blog or a previous episode of the Bunebape podcast. During the development of these changes, we identified that the color of cannonballs are a little confusing. I never thought about this before, but
They're
the pictures
reversed.
are hilarious. Steel cannonballs look like they should be iron, and iron cannonballs look like they should be steel for no reason. Not to mention the steel and iron nails don't seem to accurately depict their metals. Why
Yeah, so
why were they
random.
nothing like it?
So random.
So they're making all the colors cohesive. Everything steel will be steel. Everything iron will be clearly iron.
Apparently, a lot of people on the subreddit were upset about this for some reason.
I never even noticed. Oh, you know what? Because I probably just didn't get that many iron ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the subreddit was so upset about this that they're considering polling this change.
I don't think they should pull it. Just do it.
Yeah,
It's just color.
It's kind of weird.
Well, I guess that the steel ones have been in game for like 20 years or something, probably.
Whatever,
but-
bro. It makes more sense to look the way it does in the proposal.
Yeah, whatever. They want your feedback though, I guess.
Yeah, I
think
guess
just
so.
do it, to be honest.
Also, if for whatever reason your payment to them fails for like your membership or something, they'll send you a notification via a no reply at contact.jagex.com. This is just so you know that this is what's going to happen. They wanted to like inform everyone just so that you don't get like
You don't think it's spam?
spammed or phished or something like that, because I'm sure plenty of people have gotten phished being like, oh, just send us your new card because we can't charge you for your
They
next
won't
month.
ask you to do that. So if you're ever unsure about an email claiming to be from Jagex, keep in mind they only send these notifications from no-reply at contact.jagex.com. Attackers may still be able to spoof this address. However, it should be flagged as spam by our email provider in most situations. We will never ask for your password via email. And they also say it goes straight to their billing page via the Jagex launcher. So what I would personally recommend
Just go to
too,
their website.
just go to the website or your launcher and go from there. Like I don't click anything in emails if it's stuff like this.
Yeah, pretty much just don't ever click on anything in emails ever.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get an email from this and they're like, yo, you're missing payments,
Yeah.
just like
Go to the website.
Literally Google OSRS, click the first one, and then like log in from there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Totally
this
agree.
is just don't give random emails
Be
your
careful.
information.
Next up is a merch and publishing update. So we have 13th birthday limited edition pins. There is a Duke with a little birthday cake. He's wearing a party hat and has the 13 candles on it. And then a Dragon Fire Shield variant that has like red and gold, cute little colorway and pretty shiny looking. And it features red pearl effect enamel and 2.5D antique gold metal.
Yeah.
It looks good.
And there's a new
Quality.
audiobook as well. The RuneScape, The Fall of Hallow Vale.
I
So
wonder if these books are good. Like, I am intrigued. I'm
I
not
mean, it's
gonna
an
lie.
audiobook, so if you have Audible, you get it for free potentially.
Oh, I'd probably want the physical versions.
Okay.
I like reading books.
Well, you can also buy the physical version from titanbooks.com.
Cool. I wonder if they're at Barnes and Noble.
And also the graphic novel. It will be out soon.
Soon, TM.
Yeah, the
Still love the art.
RuneScape Untold Tales of the God Wars. So
Yeah.
that one looks kind of cool. The art looks pretty neat. They have some panels, so you can check them out.
Very cool. Other changes. For once, other changes are not my favorite.
Yeah.
So they made some feedback changes to music system improvements from last week. Okay, this one's actually pretty nice. Your mobile and desktop clients will now remember their volume settings separately. Meaning, if you're an audio enjoyer when gaming at home, it's not going to suddenly start blasting RuneScape music whenever you like go out, which I could have used whenever we first started playing RuneScape and we would play at work on our break and it would just immediately start blasting the music and people would look at me and I'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
So past me from 7 years ago would have loved this. They also made it even easier to tell at a glance which track you're vibing along to with a handy recolor, and you can pick the color from your settings.
Also, the now playing text above the music list can be clicked to read the unlock hint and to add/remove the track from a playlist.
I'd be interested in reading the hints to be like, because I forgot they even had hints. I think I just looked at the wiki.
I don't even know.
Fix an issue with right-clicking Elenid and Prifddinas to recharge crystals. They will now charge correctly.
Also, they fixed a dozen or so clipping issues with Z buffering and
Frickin'
also
Z
a dozen
buffering.
or so flickering/rendering issues with Z buffering.
Frickin' Z buffering, like I said. Also, the cape icons of the skill cape masters are now visible for crafting, woodcutting, herblore, fishing, and fire making. I didn't even notice that.
And lastly, hovering over the 10 quantity button in the bank/GIM storage no longer claims that the default quantity should be 5.
Just gaslighting you straight up. There's also a JMod Wars, free to play Castle Wars Chaos. I don't know if this is the same one I talked about
This is a different
recently. Okay, different one.
one. I think.
So it might.
It might be the same one. Either way, there's a free to play
Regardless.
JMod Wars.
Yeah, on Saturday, February 28th at Ferox Enclave on World 499 with mods Rach and Civ. They're just super jacked, and it's just, other
They
than
have
that,
100,000 hit points, and it's free to play, so it takes forever to kill them.
Yeah, that's fun. The mods are gonna be live on Discord call if you want to join their Discord. I think this is the same event because it's not for a couple weeks. But I love that they are announcing stuff so early because I really hate whenever they announce stuff. They're like, this
They're like,
weekend, by
"It's
the way.
tomorrow." Oh, it was yesterday.
I'm like, wait, what? So I very much appreciate that they are announcing stuff early.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Shout out to them. But that's it for this week's as far as the update goes. So overall, I think it's okay.
It's an okay week. I'm excited for the Blood Moon Rises.
I do think the rewards are a little lackluster.
I would be excited to be hearing more about the boss so we can see, because if the boss isn't that hard, then the rewards are appropriate.
Yeah.
It depends how hard the boss is. But I think we just need to hear about the boss to really know, like, is it okay or is it not okay,
Yeah. We'll have to see. It's a little not necessarily underwhelming. It's very just whelming at this point.
Okay.
Which is not necessarily bad, but it's definitely not good.
Yeah.
Anyways, we do have some questions.
Yeah. First question from Harger. So crazy hypothetical here. Imagine Jagex decides tomorrow it's time to shut down OSRS because it's no longer making them enough money. However, they continue to host the servers and provide quality of life and bug updates as long as the community provides enough in donations. How long do you think the current OSRS could sustain on donations, if you even think it could?
I don't think it could.
I don't think they could. I think they could just like still charge you for membership. Like, could they do that and just use that money only? But the development team would be so small. It would have to be like people's passion projects, low key.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because in this situation, you're assuming that the subscription isn't enough for whatever reason. So you'd be relying on like whales to donate a bunch.
Yeah, which I'm sure maybe there would be some, but I don't think it would be able to last too long because, like, it's like the wiki, how they're always like, please donate $2. And you're like, close.
Yeah.
I donated $2 once.
I don't think it would last. If that's the situation, then it seems like they would require so much more than the community is
available
to give them.
Yeah, I think it would be like a Band-Aid fix, and then they'd be like, "Okay, you guys didn't donate enough. Goodbye."
Luckily, that's not the case, and
They are super
they're
rich.
so flush with money
Yeah.
that they're continuing to ask for more, and it's still way more than they possibly need.
Yeah.
So luckily, we haven't run into that issue. But
We
I
love
think if
capitalism.
that were the case, then there would just be so few people playing that we would have to be lucky enough that there's like a bunch of whales still playing for some reason.
Exactly.
But this isn't like one of those microtransaction type of games, so there's just not a lot of those that exist in the game currently.
Yeah, you'd have to like actually just like a GoFundMe for Jack Eggs.
Yeah, like they would have
That'd be
to
a little harder.
yeah, they would essentially have to like revive the game because I don't think it would be able to survive via donations.
Yeah, I agree. Last question from Matt on Discord. Power be creepin'. Do you think Jagex will eventually be forced to increase the hit point skill? If so, do you think it'd improve the game or worsen it? Or would it just keep the game the same as is basically... Sorry, Goose is literally walking in front of my screen. Or do you think it would just keep the game the same and is basically necessary? I don't think that they'll increase anything. Because I think people would throw a fit. Because they'd be like, Runescape 3. And I kind of don't want them to increase anything either. I think they'll just I think to combat power creep, they'll just keep introducing harder and harder bosses so that they're always like kind of needing new cool stuff.
Yeah, I think even though there is power creep, obviously we're looking at the new pursuit rupture amulet, whatever you want to call it. That's just straight up power creep. So it's like there's going to be more of that. You're going to be getting hit for more, or you're going to be hitting for more, I think is the assumed thing. That doesn't necessarily need to be true. You can deal more damage or get damage dealt to you more rapidly or in different ways, or like via different debuffs or buffs or stuff like that. Like it doesn't necessarily have to translate into new max hits being 120.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there are other ways, or as Jagex would say, there's other levers that they could pull before needing to do that.
I feel like they have like so many little sayings that are common.
Yeah. So one, I don't think they would need to do that. And two, I do think there would be riotous behavior if they did attempt to do anything like that. I think the closest thing they'll get to that is potentially introducing like even more overhealing type of stuff.
Yeah.
If there are mechanics that do make use of getting hit for more than 99. Like obviously we already have anglers. You can like get like anglers stacked with other stuff. You can get like
this new fish thing
plus like
overheal.
130 health, which is like a ton.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could potentially take that to another level if they wanted to specifically use mechanics with really high hits, like 80, 90, or 100, or over 100.
I can see them doing it via food. I don't think they would actually change the hit points though.
Yeah, I don't.
It would just be other stuff in the game to kind of like affect the hit points.
Or maybe there's like new armor they introduce where it's like, if you play perfectly, then you get overshield. There's ways around this, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't see that happening, but potentially. I just think it's like not a non-zero chance, but it's very low.
Yeah, I just think as long as they keep adding like new hard content, then they don't really have to worry about the power creep because, you know, does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
That's opposite.
I don't know what I mean, because gear keeps getting better and they're like, what are we going to do? So they just keep adding hard bosses. So the gear that's better still isn't like too good. You know?
Well, no, they're saying like typically if everything continues to get stronger, numbers get higher.
Oh, like the boss. Okay, gotcha. That's what you're talking about, max hits.
Yeah, generally all numbers get higher when creep is not unchecked.
I was just thinking gear only.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think that I don't think they can. I think people would be too upset. I wouldn't like it.
True. Going back to the first question before I forget,
Oh.
This does remind me slightly of an extremely recent controversy that I have to bring up because it's MMO related.
Sure.
A very, very, like, I guess popular, definitely like up and coming MMO called Ashes of Creation was recently like bankrupted, and now like it was a game that was like crowdfunded supposedly and also like backed by like no investors, but like it's crazy because the amount of like lies. If anyone's interested in like MMO news or gaming news, you should look into this,
Mhm.
because like the main creator of the game was like, oh, I'm the main investor in the game, so I have like full creative say. And everyone's like, oh, cool, there's no like investor money that's like taking the reins or anything like that.
Mhm.
Apparently all of it's been a lie, and now people are
Yikes.
uncovering that since the studio's like shutting down all of a sudden,
Mhm.
and the game's barely come out for like a month, and it's in shambles.
That's such a bummer for the developers
Yeah,
who
all
worked
the
on
developers
it,
were like,
man. Like
completely
bamboozled,
side blinded, or whatever you want to call it,
blindsided,
blindsided. I was like, something from the side swipe, whatever.
side
Out
blighted.
of nowhere, they were taken out of the game. All of them lost their jobs,
Oh,
and
that's such a bummer.
it's like coming to like a head where it's like people are finding out that not only did he not have the money to front for the game, he took out loans to begin with,
Mm.
and also stole money from like embezzled money from the game, from people that like bought the game, and also had like $100 million of other investors that he just never mentioned. And
Bro.
there's like potentially like over $100 million in like fraud.
Shady.
And like several people, including like the state of California, might be suing him and stuff like that. Like, there's a very crazy controversy.
I only heard that it closed and that he was shady. I didn't know like all that.
Yeah, because like it's still actively happening, so it's being
very
covered.
recent, right?
Yeah, very recent. So it's still actively being covered by like a lot of news,
Wow.
like video game news people.
Yeah.
So feel free to look it up. And the only reason I thought about that is because like obviously if like a gaming company is closing or going through dire times, like weird stuff starts happening.
Mhm.
And this like was just a seemingly a con from the beginning. So it's kind of
Crazy.
interesting.
Crazy. I
Yeah,
feel
feel
so
free to check
bad
that out.
for people who worked on Sincerely or people who like funded it sincerely.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Like for instance, for a very long time, in order to get into the alpha of the game, it costs $500.
That sucks.
And
And
a lot of people paid that.
obviously there's people who do that who are rich and doesn't matter, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who also like saved up money because they really believed in it.
Yeah.
And that makes me so sad. Oh my gosh.
Luckily, it sucks because in order to get out of like certain like law loops, they did release the game on Steam for a month.
So they don't have to refund people now? Or
Yeah. So they didn't have to refund people. But what's cool is because Steam is like really just cool dudes.
Yeah.
Also, I think Valve is suing them, but which is the owners of Steam. So even though people had played the game for like 30, 40, or even more hours, because the company was so defunct and like screwed people over,
Yeah.
they're just giving them refunds.
That's
anyways,
nice.
which they've done
Good.
in the past before for games that are clearly scams,
Mm.
which this is now turning out to be. So
It was
luckily,
a big scam. Even I heard of that game.
yeah, so luckily now people are, if you bought it on Steam for the month that it was out, you can potentially get a refund even though you played a lot of hours,
Well, that's good at
which
least.
is irregular.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool. So yeah, kind of weird fallout happening from that.
Weird video game drama.
Yes.
Okay. Not RuneScape yet.
Nope.
I'm sure we'll have some more
not
drama
RuneScape.
soon. We always do.
Yeah. So that's going to be it for us this week, though.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your questions. Feel free to ask them for next week. If you want to join in on the questions, go to discord.gg/Bunebape or ask us questions on any of our socials.
Yeah, our Twitter and TikTok are Bunebape OSRS. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky are all just Bunebape. I stream 4 days a week on Twitch, YouTube, and now TikTok as well. So come stop by and hang out. I'm literally just trying to get this freaking pet before the cow's out. So come wish me luck. Or tell me like, haha, you're going so dry. I got this at 10kc. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
After the
either
scurry's
one.
grind, people getting spooned doesn't hurt my feelings anymore.
That's
I'm immune.
that's what she tells herself.
Well, with pets specifically. You can
Okay.
still hurt my feelings with a lot of other things.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully next time you hear me, I'm not going to be sick for the 4th week in
Please
a row.
stop having just me on the camera. We literally joked about this with Sater whenever we were on his podcast. Because I was talking about how whenever I've guest on, like, if they just have a picture, it'll be me and then just a picture of them. And then we were joking about him and Robert just putting pictures and it's only me there talking.
Yep. Now it's true.
And we literally did that the episode with Jade. You guys both had like gifts as your things and it's just me.
Yeah. GG.
Oh, it's so funny.
But hopefully you all enjoyed it. And if you did, then we'll see you all.
Very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.